What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Primitive aka Carnage aka here, back with another video for you guys today. Today has been quite an exciting day, both on the social media and all over YouTube and Twitch, as we have finally had Black Ops 4 multiplayer finally revealed to us, revealed to the entire world, as well as more information. Today's video is going to be a very brief overview on everything that we saw. I'll probably have a more in-depth video talking about weapons and further in-depth analysis of the trailer that we saw. But on top of getting a trailer, we managed to get more information regarding other types of game modes and other features going to be involved with Black Ops 4. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, we do post and stream on a regular basis, so I would greatly appreciate it. But for the first things first, within the event, we actually did see the multiplayer trailer, which showed us a lot of information. And furthermore, we managed to learn more about the pre-order bonus. Pre-ordering the game will give you access to the private beta. They did not announce a beta date for the game, unfortunately, so we do not have any information on that yet. But what we do know from that trailer is that the timeline is set between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. Let me state very clearly that this is a boots on the ground Call of Duty. There are no jetpacks. There is a sliding and a grappling gun, which is part of the Ruin set, which I will get into further detail later. So there are specialists which are reintroduced inside of Black Ops 4, and one of those specialists is going to be called Crash. It's a medic that gives you bonus health and heals the team, very similar to the Mercy character that we see in Overwatch. We're very curious to see how this plays out. Now you're probably wondering, why do we have a healing character in the game when normal Call of Duties you could just basically just heal yourself, wait for auto regen. That is the fact that healing is no longer automatic. You have to actually heal yourself now. It doesn't do it for you. So Crash is going to be a specialist that'll help you out with that. Of course, you could still heal yourself without the Crash specialist, but Crash definitely is a team player based specialist. Moving on, we have the Recon set, which is a sensor dart to locate enemies, as well as Vision Pulse, which works now for the entire team. On top of that, we have the Seraph, which is the same abilities as the Seraph from Black Ops 3. You get that Annihilator pistol, but on top of that, you get a TAC insert. Interesting to see how this is going to play out. We haven't seen a TAC insert in a long time. The last time we saw it was in a special game mode, which was Infected on Black Ops 3, but that was only a limited time game mode, and it's since gone now. Moving on, we have the Torque, which lays down razor wire and barbed wire, sort of barricades the area. Good for hardpoint. Curious to see how that plays out. We have the Fire Break, which is going to be returning, which includes both the flamethrower and the reactor core. Now, the reactor core is kind of like the gravity spikes, but it creates an area of denial and a damage over time effect, which basically smashes on the ground and gives fire all over within a certain radius in a certain area. So very interesting to see how that plays out. It's certainly going to be interesting to see how that plays out against corner campers and getting people off of hardpoint hills. Very interesting and very excited to see how that plays out. Now for the weapons, there are a number of weapons that we saw in the trailer, both SMGs and ARs. We have the Scar, which is back as the Titan. There's a few other guns that I don't know offhand. There was a shotgun that looked very similar to the Remington from Black Ops 2, I believe, and there's plenty of other weapons that were not necessarily named. There was an SMG that looked very similar to the Kuda, so I'm quite excited to see how that plays out. Now, as for the weapon characteristics, attachments are unique to the gun and not shared throughout the entire class. Essentially what this means is that not every gun is going to have an extended max attachment, or not every gun is going to have the ACOG attachment. Every gun is going to have a unique set of different attachments and includes Operator Mod, which expands the weapon's profile and functionality. On top of that, we have a true predicted recoil system. This is going to be, a lot of people are probably not really understanding what this is exactly. Essentially, it means that you can understand and predict the recoil for a certain gun a lot easier. This is a feature that is included in Battlefield titles. You guys may have seen me I describe what's known as tap firing, essentially because every gun in Battlefield has a unique different type of recoil pattern, and tap firing is going to help you learn that recoil pattern. So I'm actually very excited to see how Black Ops 4 is going to implement this feature, as it is a feature that I have hoped and longed that Call of Duty would have, and they finally have it in the game. Very excited to see that. As I stated earlier, health regen is not automatic, it is manual. You just inject yourself with like something that you just, and you can do this while you're in combat. You don't have to do it, you know, while you're sitting in a corner or something like that, but you will have to make certain plays to make sure that you heal yourself depending on how much damage you take. There will most likely be a cooldown for this feature, but as far as we know, they only showed it once inside of the trailer. And I will link the trailer in the description so you guys can go ahead and see that. League play is back in full force and full swing. No details as to what exactly is going to be included in League play, but just know that it's back. Moving on, we have a specialist story trailer, which is kind of like, I guess you could say it's like a campaign. Now, the campaign is not returning in its normal fashion that you guys are used to seeing. They called it specialist. Like a specialist story trailer, so you just have to watch the trailer and try to figure it out exactly what they're trying to show us there. Moving on to zombies, we have custom mutations and 100+ possible options for those custom mutations. You can change the way these zombies perform, certain stuff like that. We have Black Ops Authenticity stat system, meaning there's more detailed stats for your zombies profile. For you zombie guys, I'm not too much of a zombies fan, so this is more or less for the guys that enjoy zombies. We have limited time challenges, like weekly challenges, daily challenges. We kind of already see those in Black Ops 3 for multiplayer, but not necessarily for zombies, so quite interesting to see how that plays out. We have also seasonal content, which will be introduced inside of Black Ops 4. We've already seen a taste of this, similar to the Snowblind event, which was introduced, I believe, back in Black Ops 3 recently. This was introduced. And how this works is basically, let's say there's winter time, you're going to have a winter seasonal zombies event or a Christmas zombies event. Similar to that, Star Wars kind of already does this with their seasonal content, but it's nice to see that Zombies is going to be taking on this task with their new features. Moving on, we have box support, essentially new game modes where you can play solo and Zombies Rush. Zombies Rush is pretty much self-explanatory, a fast-paced Zombies version game mode, probably going to start off a lot faster on the first few levels and then just increase from there. We also have a new experience for the Zombies game mode known as Voyage of Despair. Now, there was a long trailer showing the Voyage of Despair, and essentially, long story short, Voyage of Despair is a Zombies game mode dedicated to Titanic. You're going to be on the Titanic throughout the entire Zombies experience, and that's pretty much all we know at this point. Whether or not it's just a map, we're not entirely sure on that, but they just said it is a different type of experience. So we just know that it's on the Titanic and you're fighting zombies. That's about it. We have 3 zombies maps that are going to be coming out, as well as a returning map, which is Mob of the Dead. It is renamed Blood of the Dead in this game. So that's pretty much it for zombies. There's much more details that you can find on this, but like I said, that's all in the trailer for you guys to see. I will have that linked both in the comments box and a description for you guys to check out. Moving on, for the PC port of Black Ops 4, Beenox is making the PC version, which is ported over to Blizzard's Battle.net. I am very excited and very hyped to see that they're doing this on Battle.net. I'm not a fan of Steam's version. Steam's platform overall just gives me nothing but a headache. I can't stand it, to be quite honest with you. So very excited to see this game being ported over to Blizzard's Battle.net. Pre-orders are available as of now, I'm pretty sure. Dedicated servers are going to be for PC. Whether or not they're going to be on console, they did not state, they did not specify at all, but I would assume they're going to do the same system as Black Ops 3, where it was sort of a hybrid system. Both if a dedicated server was available, they'll place you on one. If not, they'll put you on a P2P server, but PC is pure dedicated servers. As far as quality, we have the 4K HDR uncapped frames. Essentially what this means is that you can run the game, if you have a $10,000 PC, you can run that game at 500 frames per second if you're able to pull those kinds of numbers. Very good to see this, because a lot of other CODs would limit it to 60 frames per second, which was kind of a bummer for the PC enthusiasts out there. So I'm curious to see what my computer is capable of pulling off. I'd assume probably around 120, maybe 150 frames per second. And also very excited to see the game at 4K. That's going to be quite interesting. And last but not least, we have something that we have never seen in a Call of Duty game before, and this is Battle Royale. We have never seen a Battle Royale style mode inside of Call of Duty. With the recent hype of Battle Royale game modes, especially Fortnite taking over the gaming market recently, it's no surprise Activision decided to try and take on the task of introducing Battle Royale to Call of Duty. Now, as far as we know, this is going to be part of the game, but it's going to be a separate entity. They did say this is going to be a 10-year plan, and this will be updated throughout the Call of Duty season. So most likely we'll be seeing Battle Royale updated for every single Call of Duty that's coming out for the next 10 years. Whether or not that's going to be, you know, based on Black Ops series or just based on Modern Warfare, it's entirely up to them. There's multiple ways they can go about doing this. But my perspective on it, very hyped to see it. It's a survival game mode with unique mechanics. The map size is 1,500 times the size of Nuketown. Just think about that, guys. 1,500 times. Essentially, you take Nuketown, place it on a board, and copy it 1,500 times. That's how big the map is. That is colossal, guys. That is colossal. I don't think people are understanding how big of a map that is going to be. I am insanely hyped to see how big this is. Now, the map, that what they stated is that it is a mashup of iconic Call of Duty campaign experiences put into one large map. So you guys remember that Black Ops 1 campaign where you had to break inside of some certain base in a wintry area, you broke the glass and you started shooting everybody in there? Yeah, that's going to be a landmark now in a drop zone inside a Battle Royale. You guys remember the speed bikes inside of Modern Warfare 2 campaign where you had the G18 and you had to shoot everybody off the bikes on side of the ice with a snowmobile? Yep, that's going to be a landmark now too. You guys remember every single Call of Duty area, an iconic area that you guys remember, even Rust is going to be a drop zone inside of Battle Royale. So pretty much if you remember something from a campaign, it's most likely going to be thrown in that map as well. Even Nuketown, as far as I know, is being thrown in there. The map is called Blackout. I believe the entire mode is called Blackout, is what they're calling as of now. Vehicles are also going to be introduced. They have land, sea, and air vehicles, so very interesting to see how that plays out. Whether or not they're going to be lethal vehicles with guns on them, I probably assume they'd try something like that. And last but not least, PS4 is once again exclusive for content on this game, meaning that DLC is most likely going to be out a month earlier for PS4. PC and Xbox are going to have to wait a little longer. Sorry for anyone that's Xbox or PC out there, but they decided to go this route again. And as I stated earlier, no traditional campaign. We'll have to see more details onto what exactly they're going to be introducing into that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, just a brief overview on everything that we've known or everything that we've seen inside of the Black Ops 4 trailer. Like I said, the trailer is in the description or the comments box. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Stay tuned for more Black Ops 4 content and further gameplay, announcing the beta, which we will be streaming whenever that happens to drop, and also uploading further videos and analysis talking more about the game. Hopefully you guys are as hyped as I am. Type it in the comments box. Let me know what you guys think about the game so far. It is your boy, Carnage JK, signing out. Peace. Sake, man. This is literally all we did, bro.
Imagine if me and Ryan was on Maggie. How am I? I'm doing good, Nate. The trap is real? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Wonderful weather we're having. I didn't even look outside. I don't even know. I gotta look at my phone. What up, LB? I looked outside for a little bit. And I see it running.